Uh, Hello friends, here I will start with some research related topic in IoT in healthcare. Okay, so IoT, if we think about the IoT in healthcare, there are the different models we have to follow. Normally, the same architecture, whatever the architectures are there in for designing the IoT device, you have to follow those architecture. But so how we can design the architecture for healthcare system? This I will discuss today. Okay, so now I have already discussed what are the devices we can make by using the IoT device for healthcare application. Okay, so normally nowadays different kinds of healthcare systems are there, like e-healthcare, then everything the mobile healthcare, home healthcare. These things are available today. Okay. So these are mainly for satisfying the patient. Okay, and if you don't need any emergency visit in hospital, for this purpose, these facilities are available. E-healthcare, mobile healthcare. Let me see. You can book a appointment through online only, and through online video consultation is also available nowadays. Okay, these are only based on the IoT only, right? So apart from this thing, and now if you think about the want to pray, you can predict in prior. Okay, suppose if any cardiac problem is there or not, neuro problem is there or not, or stroke problem is there or not. This thing is can this disease can be predict in before in prior only. Okay, so for that we can emergency visit in hospital is also not required, and the excess medication is also not required. Okay, so for designing the healthcare IoT device in healthcare, we need to follow some rules. Okay, some layers are available. So now I want to discuss those layers, right? So first is the here I am writing all the layer. First is the perception layer. Okay, first is the perception layer. Okay, so in this layer is dealing with the physical phenomena. Okay, so normally this under all layers. This is the bottom of the architecture. Okay, so perception layer is the bottom of the architecture. This under the all layers, and okay, this is prefer name as a name as physical layer. This thing name as a physical layer because this layer is dealing with the physical object. Okay, physical quantity and physical signal. Okay, that's why this is named as a physical layer. Now, so for that, normally the collection, data collection and signaling. Okay, is performed through this layer. The data collection and signaling is performed through this perception layer. Okay, so that means the perception layer is under the all the layers, is the bottom of the architecture, and this is named as a physical layer because this is dealing with the physical quantity and physical object. And next is the data collection and signaling is performed through this layer. Okay, next come to the uh, network layer. Okay, next come to the network layer. Network layer. In case of the network layer, normally the data coming from the data. That means here data is coming from perception layer. Data from perception layer. Okay, connect all the physical objects. Connect all physical objects. Physical objects and share data among themselves. Okay, then pass data to next layer. Okay, that means the data is coming from the processing layer to the network layer, and the main task is it allows to connect all the physical objects. Okay, and it also share data among all the physical objects. Okay, you can share the data from one sensor to other sensor, and like this way. So through the network hub, we can connect all the data. Okay, and it will pass the data through the next layer. What is the next layer that we'll discuss now? Connect all the physical objects and share data among themselves through the network layer. Normally, in the network layer, how can you pass data from the next layer? Using Bluetooth, Zigbee, Wi-Fi. Okay, using Bluetooth, Zigbee, Wi-Fi, you can pass the data from the processing layer to the next layer through the network layer. Okay, next come to the middleware layer. Middleware layer. Okay, in case of the middleware layer, what will happen normally? It provides services with name and address. Okay. Now, what will happen in this layer? In this layer, mainly the data will come from the network layer. Data come from network layer. Okay. Then this data, whatever data is coming from the network layer, this data is stored in the database for analyzation. For analyzing for future purpose. Okay, so normally in the middle layer there is a database in middle layer. So all the data will be coming from the network layer, and that will be stored in the database, whatever database are available. So it will be acted as a cloud. Okay, so in the cloud there will be lots of database. Here you can store all the data through the network layer. Okay, and this data can be analyzed for future purpose. Analyzation that will be come to the next layer based on the business requirement. Okay, so next is the application layer or business layer. You can tell as a application layer. Okay, in this case application layer, it provides the service. Okay, normally data evaluation and integration. So data evaluation and the integration, that is mainly done in the application layer. Okay, it provides service. It provides healthcare service, which is very high quality, which satisfy the patient requirement. Satisfy the patient requirement. Okay, and provides all activities performed by medical team using flowchart or business model. Okay, that means here you can see in the application layer, normally data evaluation. So I told that all the data is stored in the database. Okay, after that the analysis or evaluation is required. Okay, and this way it will perform for based on the patient requirement. Okay, so That's why the data evaluation and integration, all the data can integrate, different kind of the data is coming from the different sensor, all the data can be integrated in this application layer. And based on the requirement, patient requirement, the medical team can provide the high quality health service. Okay, how they can provide the high quality health service based on the different flowchart, business model, and by plotting the graph. Okay, different data will be aggregated or integrated, and this data will be plotted. Okay, after plotting the graph, the healthcare or medical team can be provide the high quality service. Okay, suppose if such kind of the disease are there, so by plotting the graph, if this value is more than the threshold, or what kind of the medical facility they can provide. Based on this analyzation, the healthcare team provide the best medical facility to patient, which can in this way the patient can also satisfy, right? So these are the four layers. Under this four layer, you can there are the three phases. Okay, so now I'll discuss the phase. Phase is related to these four layers only. Okay, what are the phases? First is the data collection. What is the data collection? Okay, so data collection. Then normally this thing is under perception layer. Okay, under the perception layer. Under the perception layer, data generation from various sensor and medical devices. Okay, and direct data entry from patient. Okay, let me see here. So the data collection phase, this is the phase. Okay, data collection phase, this is under the perception layer, and that means it is how the data collection is possible by using the various sensor node or sensor and the medical device. All the data collection and generation can be possible. And apart from that, direct, if the patient, whatever patient problem is there, so they can directly entry in a portal. Okay, so that the data will be directly transferred into the data collection phase or the perception layer. Based on the patient entry, the next business requirement will be filled. Okay, fulfilled. Right, so the data collection, this is done mainly the various sensor and the medical device or direct entry from the patient. Okay, so this is the data collection phase, this under the perception layer. Okay, next is the data processing phase. Data processing phase. Okay, so this under middleware layer. Middleware. Okay, that means when the data is coming from the data collection or the processing layer through the network, it will be come to the cloud. Okay, so that means here the cloud, this phenomenon, the cloud is that is also related to middleware or database. Okay, cloud or database. Okay, in the data processing, so when all the data is stored in the cloud through the network layer, so data processing phenomena will take place. Okay, the data processing analyzing will be done. Analyzing using machine learning tool. Okay, the data processing means whatever the requirement, what some data is coming from the patient. Okay, based on those data, we need to the medical team need to modify the requirement and need to process their data. Okay, if this data is there, so what is the medical facility they can provide. Okay, so this can be predict, okay, or analyzed by using different kind of the machine learning tool. Okay, medical team can analyze or predict the disease or predict the medication, proper medication by using the analyzation through the different machine learning tool. So this the data processing, this comes under the middleware layer where all the data is stored for database and for this and used for the data processing. Okay, So after the data processing phase, next come to the information consuming phase. Okay, information consuming. Okay, information consuming phase. Okay, so in this case, what will happen? In this case, normally we have to provide the that I told that this under mainly the application or business layer, under application or business layer. Okay, so after the analyzation of data in the middleware layer or the data processing layer, then we have to take the decision. That the decision can be taken based on in the information consuming phase. Okay, so after the data processing, after data processing, okay, uh, by medical team, decision can be taken. Okay, by the medical team, depending on the decision can be taken, or if any kind of the activate the actuator. Okay, by team, health team. By activate the actuator means suppose after in the middleware layer we have done all the analysis. Okay, suppose he has some neuro problem. Okay, so after the middleware layer we have analyzed all the data, and by using the machine learning tool we have defined that the medical team have defined that the patient has neuro problem. Okay, so for this some neurosurgery or neuro surgery or neuro instrument, we have to use the some instrument for predicting, for identify the proper health problem, proper neuro problem or not. Okay, so we have to use some machines. So right, so for that this point is coming into play, that is activate the actuator by medical team. So after analyzation we have to, the medical team have to take some decision. Okay, based on the decision they have to, if required, they have to activate the actuator. Okay, or suppose if neuro problem is that they have to activate the MRI or CT scan machine. Okay, so that without unnecessary, you don't required to use some machines or actuator. Okay, so after all the data, okay, the different kind of the data coming from some one particular patient. Okay, so those data is analyzing through the machine learning tool. After that, if any test or any experiment is required for a particular patient, so this thing can be activated, right? So again I am repeating all the layers. So there are the 4 layers in the, if you design the IoT device for healthcare application. The perception layer, network layer. So perception layer and network layer, in these 2 layers you have a one phase, that is the data collection and data generation phase. And next come to the middleware layer. In middleware layer there is a one phase, that is the data processing phase. Data processing means you are analyzing all the data. Okay, and next third one is the application and business layer. So that means that based on the patient requirement we have to modify the data. Okay, we have to modify all the analyzing patient data, right? So the business and application layer, this in this layer there is one phase, that is the information consuming phase. So under the information consuming you have the patient, medical team have to take some decision and they have to activate the actuator, right? So what are the research are going on under this healthcare industry, that we will discussing next lecture. So please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.